Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and today I'm at Foinikas and I'm doing a quick test to see if the new GoPro 13 plays nicely with the old media mod. I haven't got much battery left on the camera at the moment, so I'm just going to wander around and do a bit of a film. This up here is the old mosque, and there is the Asprokremmos Reservoir over there and the dam in the distance. And there's an old shop here, and further up the hill let's walk around here. Oh, tripping up. Is the old school. There we have it, right there. I'm not going to walk up to it because it's quite overgrown. Now the key feature of Foinikas is the old Knights Templar quarter, which I believe is that bit on the hill there. So I'll wander up to that. My wife is out there, hopefully not getting stuck in the mud somewhere. Alex! Oh, I got a coming back. It's always good to know. She had got rather far out. So while I'm waiting for her to come back, a brief history of Foinikas. As I said, Knights Templar had it as one of their strongholds back in the Middle Ages. Hopefully you've seen the article I've already written on the Templar Museum in Paphos. So you'll have a bit more information about that already. Later it became mainly Turkish Cypriot village, and after the invasion of 74 the Turkish Cypriots were displaced to the north and Greek Cypriots were displaced from the north to the south. They didn't want to stay here for whatever reason, so the place basically was left to nature. And then the reservoir, I think it was dammed in the valley was dammed in the 80s. It's kind of bizarre because anyone who comes here, it looks like it's a hillside, a lakeside village, and was always designed for that purpose. But the reservoir came later, so to speak. Now you might ask, why didn't they build it in the middle? Well, I know what this can get like during the rainy season. The flat bit in the middle becomes one big river, which is why they wouldn't have built the village there. And hopefully, if not this winter, but next winter, we'll get rain like that again. And because it's only happened once since I've lived here, well, twice technically, but it was one main one, and it is absolutely fantastic site, and also it filled up all the reservoirs, which was the main benefit. There's an old outdoor oven over there. Let's go and take a quick look. Mind your steps. You can imagine them doing all their cooking. Cleftico every Friday. Lovely. Got a quick pan round. Now I'm going to go a bit quickly now because there's not many minutes left on the battery. As I said, this is mainly just a test anyway. I flew the drone here, so there'll be some nice footage of that. And here we're coming up to the main castle. Every year this place gets more dilapidated, so if you keep putting it off to come and see here, or any of the other places like Faletra, Melandra, Moronis, all those places, the abandoned ones, eventually will just be rubble and you'll lose out. There used to be an outdoor oven here, and it was a brilliant one because what you see there isn't a window. It was a hole in the wall so that they could stoke the oven here on the outside, but they could bake their bread and all that through the hole in the wall. But a few years ago that collapsed. Originally I thought it must be vandals, but then I came to the conclusion that it was probably just erosion. So the wife who said she was making her way back hasn't moved. Why am I not surprised? There's some more modern buildings up that way. Occasionally you'll find the military do training sessions here, which is rather understandable. But there's one feature I want to show you in here, which will show you why these places didn't tend to get occupied by Greek Cypriots moved from the north. That little hook there underneath the archway is where they had to hang a lantern at night time because there was no electricity. And that was the issue that the Greek Cypriots had, was the lack of an infrastructure in the villages. And now the reason why there was a lack of infrastructure, depending on who you ask, it was either because the Turkish Cypriot enclaves wouldn't allow the electricians, etc., in to do the work, or the Greek Cypriot groups who wanted the Turkish Cypriots out, they wouldn't let them in. Whatever the reason, I'm not getting involved in that, it's all before my time, but whatever the reason, it didn't have the infrastructure, and because of that, so I'm going to make my way down here now. Because of that, the building just got abandoned. Oops. And it always amazes me, the sheer power of nature, when you see how the villages can get destructed. I mean, okay, a lot of it, there'll be a certain amount of salvage going on, like people nicking materials and things like that. But nature definitely plays its part. There's a little lizard. So yes, let's talk about the reservoir then, because it's right in front of us now. It has been lower than that. I mean, it's been to the point pretty much where, because on the other side of that little ridge there's a bridge which is only visible and accessible when it's really low, and I don't think it's that low yet. But it's getting pretty low, and if we don't get rain either this winter or next winter, there will be big problems. But if you look at the records, this seems to happen every 7 years in Cyprus, and every 7 years they have a huge wet winter, and that fills up all the reservoirs, so hopefully that pattern will continue. Now I'm going to go back this way. Ooh. Right, it's mid-September, but it's still quite warm. I mean, I got a bit hot flying the drone, I have to say. But I think I'm going to go back the way I came, because it prickles basically. I'm only wearing shorts. Can I go this way actually? When you've got long trousers on, it's not a problem, but mind you, that doesn't look that safe anymore either. I think I'll stick to the proper route. Oh, and if you see this film and think it's a bit wobbly, that's because I'm not actually using the gimbal. I've only got a selfie stick to hold the camera. So don't blame the camera for that, that's just the way it is. But that was Foinikas, or Foinikas, sorry. Get the name right. It's always nice to visit here because it's a beautiful place. It's always a bit tinged with sadness as well, but getting here, at the moment the easiest route is that way from the water treatment plant. Though you can come either way. The road that way is a bit, well, as long as it's any road in Cyprus, if you take it slowly you're going to do a lot better. But we came from that way, but we're definitely going to be going back that way. Anyway, I'm on 2% now, so with that note I will say goodbye and thank you for watching and see you in the next film.